Okay, this is Joe Polish with Genius Network and ilovemarketing.com. I'm here with my friend Tellman Knudson, who is one of the top experts in the world on how to build and monetize a list for either profits or for fundraising or for whatever your cause is. When you need to generate a list of people and create a rabid following and get them to take action, he has some good ideas on that. So Tellman, welcome to the interview on a private jet on the way to Necker Island.
That's right. The number one reason is because I've spent the last 6 years studying, implementing, and teaching over 80,000 people how to build a giant profitable email list, and am constantly pushing the envelope on what you can do with it, and experimenting with all sorts of crazy stuff. I mean, 100% of my income is in direct relationship to my list, right? 100%. So I don't have any storefronts. I don't have any other monetization strategies in my multi-million-dollar business other than my list. Now, some might say that's crazy, but the good news is I know exactly where my money is coming from, and I know exactly how I can get more of it. And it's by making my list larger, growing it bigger, right?
So when it comes to whatever business you're in, online, offline, products, services, selling stuff, how important is the list to everything else, from location to products to all that stuff?
Yeah, well, anyone who's ever studied direct response marketing, either online or offline, direct response marketing, has heard, you know, the money's in the list, the gold is in the list, build a list, but people who haven't built a list have never experienced the freedom that a list can give you. Now, let's say it takes 15 minutes to sit down and write an email to, say, a friend, or say 15 minutes to sit down and write an email to a prospect, or even an existing customer, that you, regardless of what type of business you're in, any type of business, to sit down, write an email, and let's say that email is selling something, or leading to a place where you can buy something. Well, that 15 minutes may very well be time well spent sending it off to that one person. Well, what if that was going to 2 people instead of 1? Well, if it's going to 2 people, you've essentially doubled your effectiveness. You've now achieved some level of leverage, and it's going to 3 people instead of 1, 5 people instead of 1, 10 people instead of 1, 100 people instead of 1, 1,000 people instead of 1. 100,000 people instead of 1, 1 million people instead of 1. Well, every time you get more people on your list, now your leverage increases, so you make more money with the exact same amount of time spent. And so that's why you need to build lists, so you can make more money without spending any more time. It's the ultimate form of leverage. And on the internet, it costs almost nothing to send an email. Now, it's not completely free when you're sending out to that many people, then you have to host it somewhere, but the basic idea is it's free money. So if you focus all of your attention on getting the right people onto your list, you achieve leverage. You clone yourself over and over and over again.
Okay, so we only have a few minutes here, so this isn't going to be a short. So what would be the best piece of advice that you would give someone on how to actually start building their list? I mean, I know it's a generic question, but how does one start this? What do they do?
Sure. Well, there's the key thing is you need a place to host your list. Okay, if you are an online business, I recommend you get an autoresponder, right? And if you're an offline business, then I still recommend that you get an autoresponder. There are different. An autoresponder is a piece of internet-based software that doesn't reside on your computer. It resides on a server somewhere that hosts your list. So all of your names and email addresses that you collect, whether you collect it from business networking or whether you collect those names and email addresses from people coming to your website and putting in their name and email address so they can get more information from you, the main point is that you need a place to host and house them, because if you try to send an email out from, you know, Outlook Express out to 1 million people, you're going to get, you know, your internet service provider is going to give you the smackdown. So you need the smackdown. So you need an autoresponder, number 1. And number 2 is you need something great. You need a great reason for people to want to be on your list. Okay, you need a reason for people to want to be. So you need to come up with a reason that's extremely motivating, enticing, exciting for people to join your list in the first place. Okay, a lot of people would say, hey, give away some of your best information in exchange for the name and email. So hey, give me your name and email address and I'll give you X. If you're an artist, create a killer portfolio. It could be a PDF file, you know, with a series of your best photos of your work, and give that away. If you're a musician, give away your best song in MP3 format in exchange for getting on the list. If you're an info marketer, you're already thinking special reports and videos and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But the point is, anyone who's in business could create a killer interview, just like we're doing right now, and give it away in exchange for the name and email address in order for them to get on their list and get more info.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so what is, final thing I'll ask you then is, what are some rules of thumb with communicating and maintaining a relationship with the list? Not only to get them to buy, but to get them to literally be fans, to be, you know, really engaged with your company.
So you want people to respond to your emails, and generally, unless you have something really, really cool, generally the more personal your emails are, the more people will respond. So focus all your attention on crafting and creating emails that are very much like the emails that you receive and send with your family, with your friends. And what you'll find
very
is
personal. It still goes down to be very
extremely personal. 9 times out of 10, that will beat a corporate email. So be very personal and communicate very frequently. And whatever you do, communicate consistently. Same as with a relationship with a spouse. Same as with a boyfriend, girlfriend, family member. The more consistent you are and the more frequent your communication, the better it'll be for everybody.
Awesome. So it's like finding your list love language. So anyway, so for more marketing advice and tips, listen to my podcast on ilovemarketing.com that I do with Dean Jackson and Tellman. For people that want to find out about your list building course or anything that you do, they can listen to our Genius Network interview. But how do they find out more information about you?
Yeah, go to overcomeeverything.com. overcomeeverything. Overcomeeverything.com. Check out our blog, get on our newsletter list. You'll get emails from me every day. It's awesome.
Awesome. Okay. So thank you. Go build a list. It will make you money. It will help a lot of people. Have a great day. We're getting ready to land. So yeah, see ya. Bye. That's right.